Here's the story of how I thrifted this platter and turned it into this ceiling light. It started one day when I realized my room needs a ceiling light because what is going on with this wire? So I bought this light on clearance, but this light, it's just not cute enough. And then I remembered that I thrifted this platter. And how cool would this be if I added the globe to the platter and made a light? So I got started by trying to take apart the clearance light and everything was glued together. So I googled how to break down glue and everything that popped up I tried. But overall it was a failure, so I moved on to the next step, which was drilling a hole in the platter. And this went much better than taking apart the light. I actually got a hole through the platter without cracking anything. So I was like, sweet, next we gotta make this thing look cute and paint it gold. And then I couldn't have the inside gold and the outside silver, so I primed the outside to be able to paint it. And I used this really pretty color I already had on hand, and I was loving it. Now back to the light that was all glued together. I took it to my stepdad, who's a pro, and he wrenched it apart. So now I can spray paint the top of this light a different color gold so it can match what I already spray painted. Somewhere along this story, 2 globes were broken, and so I ended up buying 2 new lights. Good thing these lights were cheap. And now we're nearing the end of the story where I assembled the platter and the light all together. And then I grabbed my husband so he could hold the light while I installed it into the ceiling. And that's the story of how I thrifted this platter and turned it into this light. And I can't believe that I have a ceiling light in my room where there was once a wire. And next, come back for the story of how I turned this room into this.